We've got our development environment set up. We have our first product set up. Now we can begin developing this shop. So even though we've already set up our new theme, our site still looks like this with the base Shopify theme. We need to switch that over to the new theme that we've defined. Going into our admin panel, you can do that by clicking on Online Store underneath Sales Channels. And from there you can see current theme as well as more themes. Remember, we named our theme Project 1 Demo. We're going to go ahead and publish that. I'll click Publish. Then we come back to the main site, refresh, and there it is. It's our demo shop. It's ugly, which is perfect because now it's time for us to turn it into our designs. When we're developing our shop, we're actually going to keep this shop window open because if you remember when we set up ThemeKit, that watches the files you're working on and pushes them up to Shopify. I've already got my Project 1 files open in my favorite text editor, which is Sublime Text, which we went over. I need to have my terminal window open, and I need to go into where this project is stored. So I have my terminal set to automatically go into sites, and you're just going to want to type in your folder directory from there. So mine is in superhigh demo /project 1. Hit enter. And to start up ThemeKit, I'm going to type theme watch. Now it'll say this is the live theme on my project, and it's watching for file changes. So with this, the cool thing is I can shrink this window a little bit. And then let's say I open up my layout file and I just type super high at the top of body, and I do a Command S to save. You can see it says processing and updated. And now I can go to my store and refresh, and there it says super high. So any changes you make in here are going to be reflected on here using ThemeKit. So we can just leave this running in the background. We don't really need to do anything with this until we're ready to stop, which we'll get into in a minute. The first place we're going to go to begin getting our site to look something like this, even though it currently looks something like this, is to edit some of the template files and start marking up our HTML and our Liquid, which is Shopify's templating language, to get these a little bit closer to something we can work with. So to begin looking at this, we have, this is kind of similar. The contents are sort of the same, but if we look in the template code, we can see, so I take out my super high, we're going to open our theme.liquid file, which I'm already in. As we talked about, this is the file that is really the frame for everything in the page. So we can see in here, there's this content for layout. So anything in any template, if I go into templates and click index, this content will actually be rendered inside this content for layout tag. There's a lot of stuff in here we don't need. There's this for link in link lists, main menu. We're not going to really have a menu. If you look in our designs, we really just have the cart icon, which changes to a close button when you're in the cart. We're just going to go ahead and delete all of that. I'm going to click save. It's going to update it. Can click refresh. And we can see now that the content is limited to just what is in the index.liquid. So now that we're actually working on templates, we're going to be referring often to Shopify's documentation in the Help Center. In this example, the Liquid Basics, which is just themes, Liquid reference, and then basics. We can see stuff like tags, objects, those kind of things. So just looking at the code that we have, we're going to just kind of compare some current things. So we can see that tags have this curly brace and then a percentage sign and then another percentage sign and a curly brace to close it. So if we look over in this, we can see that this for string is a tag because it's got the curly brace and the percentage. Then coming down here, objects have just two curly braces on both ends. So all these product.price, it's referencing an object property. And the second piece of that is filters. So in this case, when we have this vertical separator and then money, that means that it's going to apply the money filter, which will in some way manipulate the property that you're outputting. So while all this is fine, we don't really need this, and we're going to comment this out and click save. So coming back to our shop, we'll refresh it, and there's nothing there. Taking a look at our designs, we see that we have, once again, this product on the home page. We saw that previously in the code, they were doing that by putting the product in a collection, but that might not be the most reliable solution if we always only ever want to show one product. There may be another product in that collection later on, and that could really mess things up. So coming back to the liquid basics, we're going to go into objects and figure out how we can just show one product. Within Shopify, there are a couple different variables that can be accessed on any template anywhere, which are the global objects. And one of them is all products. So this way we'll be able to get a single product anywhere. And it says you can use all products to access products by their handles. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it. Now we don't have a product titled Wayfarer Shades in our shop. So we're going to need to go into our shop and grab the handle from that product. So you can grab the handle by scrolling all the way down, clicking Edit Website SEO, and the handle is the last bit of the URL, in this case, Feature Activity Band. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it inside the braces and click Save. So in this case, we are accessing the all products variable. We're searching for a product named Feature Activity Band, and this is going to then display the title. We open up our shop, hit refresh, and we can see Feature Activity Band is in there. We can also copy this, paste it a few lines down, and type in price. And hit refresh, and we can see that it's unformatted. In this case, it's $129, but price always exports as cents. So coming back to our liquid basics, we're going to use this idea of filters again. And we're just going to take the one that was in here and the money filter and paste that back in. And click Save. And refresh. And look at that. It formatted our price to have a dollar sign as well as the decimal place and the two trailing zeros. Now if you go into filters, you can click into money filters, and there's a lot of options. There's money, money with currency, money without trailing zeros, money without currency. So if we look at our designs, we can see that we have the price listed right here, but there are no trailing zeros. So why don't we just change this to money without trailing zeros? We'll refresh our project, and now we see that's formatted the way we want. So it's pretty cool. We've written only 2 lines of template code, and we're already getting real data from our backend.